When we hear about the law of attraction, it's really easy to discount it as just something that's made up and it's not real, because the law of attraction says that we attract that in which we are. And it's difficult to attract something that doesn't feel good and think that we actually are the ones who did it. But here's a perfect example of how the law of attraction works, even when you don't understand it. I was having a conversation with someone in a coaching type situation that at one point was married and was going through an annulment. And the person that they married had financially struggled, and they decided to take on some of the responsibility. So this person that they married had a bunch of things that were in storage that they were going to lose. So they decided to pay for all of these items, have them move to a whole new storage unit, and then also add some of their things to the storage unit. And all of this happened before they became estranged, before the annulment process began. This person also told the storage facility, once the annulment process began, do not allow this person into the storage unit. I am the only one that is allowed to get in, because the person that I was coaching was financially covering the expenses for all of that. And until the annulment was complete, they wanted to be sure to secure those things. And then they got word that their estranged spouse was, or had, broke into the locker and took everything. Everything. All of the stuff that they had paid for and had been paying to have stored for the last 8 months was gone, including their own things, which was mentioned a safe with gold and bonds and lots of very valuable things that belonged to them personally. And this person was angry, had done all the right things, had really taken care of these items for the person that stole them, and did nothing to quote unquote deserve that to happen. However, when it did happen, they were floored, very taken aback, and began all the procedures to press charges, to make sure that this was punished to the fullest extent. And then reached out to me, because it was taking them to the point of no return. And they said, I need you to talk me off the ledge. And as I heard the story, the clarity was so real. Nothing ever happens by accident. Everything is happening specifically for us, even if we don't understand it. And trying to make someone see that when they're in the midst of being taken advantage of is really difficult. Except that I know that from my vantage point, I can shed some light on this situation. To which I responded, do you believe everything is energy? Do you believe everything is happening for a reason? Do you believe the law of attraction is perfect and makes no mistakes? Then this is happening for you, even if you can't see it. And that person that you are married to, that person is hurt and is feeling like a wounded animal. And I said, if you can visualize them, not who they are now, but as a child, with all of these dark holes, these dark spots from trauma that they had experienced over their life, and if you are called to be the light, then can you shine the light in those dark spots to illuminate them so that they are no longer in the darkness? And how do you do that? By unconditional love. Because nothing in this world is really real. Everything is created from the only thing that exists, and that is love. But until we all awaken to the truth, we're going through the trauma process. And what better way for this person to know how to be unconditional love, which is who they are truly, than for someone to test that. For their estranged spouse to be the best teacher to teach them how to love unconditionally, even when their stuff has been messed with. And when I mentioned that picture, that scenario of this person being a young child with dark spots, and that they were called to be the light to illuminate those dark spots, the person that I was coaching on the phone with began to sob and just gasp and said, "Oh my gosh, that's it. You're so right." And I remember when we first met, that one of our first encounters, they said to me, "You don't want to be in a relationship with me. I'm one broken person. I'm really messed up, and you don't want to get entangled with me." We are all recovering from the darkness. And even in the darkness, nothing ever went wrong. My friend, coaching client, could never have become unconditional love had someone not provoked them to be that unconditional love. And because they have the opportunity to be unconditional love, they can shine a light in the darkness. And so therefore, the person who is living in all of this turmoil, that feels like all those material things are going to solve something for them, will get to see what unconditional love looks like, even when they don't deserve it. This is how the darkness disappears, and this is how the light shines. And to this day, as I speak to that person who was able to see this situation for what it truly is, has said that it was one of the most profound things, that it's something that has stuck with them forever, just coming to that wisdom that every single person is our teacher, helping us to become the light. And you can't become the light until people provoke the darkness out of you. Don't despise anything that you're going through, because unconditional love is who you are, and everyone is your teacher, helping you to become that unconditional love.